Hello Star Wars The Old Republic players. For the next 7.2 update, there's going to be a change for PvP that's going to be huge. There will no longer be a ranked PvP, and instead you'll be able to queue in Arena PvP or Warzone PvP. So essentially, the rank mode turns into arenas, but it's not called rank. Instead, everyone can come in and play without having the distinction of ranked. And to make people be motivated to play PvP, they made a new seasonal system for PvP similar to Galactic Seasons, where there's 25 tiers right now that you can earn rewards as you go up through this season pass for PvP. So I'm going to show you the rewards right now. So the PvP track will have a unique armor set. This is the first piece, a helmet piece. It's a pretty cool unique piece right here. Next on the track is a seasonal token. Seasonal tokens will be used to be able to buy previous rewards from PvP. That's right, if you wanted to get specific rank rewards, you can now do so with these tokens. The system has changed, and I'll show you in a bit how that looks. On level 3 we have a decoration, the PvP Season 1 trophy. Next we have the hand pieces. It has this little thing sticking out, some kind of bone. That's a pretty interesting look there. Next we have some tokens. Level 6 we have the Legacy Title Honorary Prospect. Next we have here another piece of the armor right here. It's the belt area, very big belt. Next we have the decoration, the Ceremonial Flame, which is in my thumbnail. I'm going to show you how it looks. You also get a classic cartel weapon pack and some cloaks for the armor set again. Next we move to the next page. We have the title, the Profitable, and the next armor piece, which is the shoes. Next we have this decoration, the PvP Season 1 Trophy Large. This is a large version of the decoration that we showed earlier. Next we have some more tokens, and now we get the pants for this armor set. It looks great because I'm using the wrong chest, but you'll see how it looks fully in a little bit. But I'll show you now with the chest that is on the next page, level 16. How it fully looks now. I'm also going to show you how it dies as well. I would say I do think it dies pretty well. It doesn't stick with the reds, so if you want to completely remove the reds, then it does a pretty good job of removing them here. And that's it for showing you all the dice right now. Next on the track is some seasonal tokens and another helmet piece. The difference with this one is that it has a glowy thing on the bottom that the previous one didn't have. So the next pieces are going to show a bit more of that glow. But first, I want to also show you this level 19 decoration, which I think it looks pretty cool. I wish I could show you what characters are right here, but I can't tell really well. It seems like it's a trooper fighting someone or a Jedi fighting a mercenary. Then on the last page, we have more seasonal tokens and the rest of the armor pieces. As you can see, the difference here is that there's some glowy effects around the armor. And I'm showing you now with shaders. As you can see, you can shade the things, but the red glow will still remain. So, not my personal style of warrobe per se, but I think there's some interesting pieces here to play with. Now, in order to progress this battle pass, you have to complete these challenges. There's 3 challenges for arenas and 3 challenges for warzones, but they are pretty much the same kind of way, where you have to play arena matches, get medals in arena matches, and win arena matches. Same similar thing to the warzone maps. Get medals in warzones, play warzone matches, and get wins in warzone matches. It will work the same way as Galactic Season, where there's a limit of how many weeklies you can do in a week. In this case, it's only 4 weeklies that you can do in a week. So if you want to do mostly warzones, you can, and then just do arenas, just 1 weekly challenge, or the other way around. Now the great thing is that players that did not play ranked before can now get these rewards from Grotto of the Hutt. So for example, some of these trophies you can now get. For example, you can get this mount with 20 seasonal tokens. And there's a couple of other interesting things, like an armor set called the Resourceful Renegade. And the reason I mention this is because this is a really cool set, that's being used by none other than Kira on the story. I remember seeing this set way back when it was on a PTS, but it turns out it was a PvP reward and not a buyable reward. But now with these changes, you can get this armor set as well as all the other sets that show up on this Graga the Hut vendor. And here you can see one of the trophies, rewards from the season track. Now you can see it here how it looks better on placement. Same for this one as well, the torch that was on it. As you can see, it looks really nice and it looks very well light up. It was a ceremonial flame in the seasonal track. I think overall these are good changes for PvP in the sense that they'll keep players motivated to play more PvP, especially those that are trying to look for arena matches specifically, because ultimately ranked was just arenas right now, but people were having a hard time finding queues, finding players, and usually it was just only the same kind of cycle of players playing the ranked versions, and it was a long grind that was hard to appeal to new players to get into. Now I do understand that players that do play ranked were very upset, and I completely agree that it feels weird not to have like that competitive side specifically anymore, but I think ultimately it was a necessary change to help improve matchmaking overall, and hopefully this can make arenas matchmaking a bit more exciting. There's going to be more people motivated to play regardless of the reasons they might be playing. At least there's going to be a bit more motivation, more players to compete with, and we can see an overall more flourishing PvP scene in the game. But it will definitely take some time to adapt to. I'm sure it's going to be a bit of craziness if there's difference of skill levels, gear levels, and all that kind of stuff. But that's part of the journey really when it comes to matchmaking, PvPing any game. As for me personally, I'm looking forward to play PvP even more than I normally do. I do not play ranked that much, so this will definitely keep me motivated to play more PvP so I can get some of these rewards. Anyways, see you next time!